Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, we have a fun episode. We're going to be reviewing Amazing Spider Man 16. Check out this super awesome John Romita Jr. cover with Peter Parker, Amazing Spider Man, fighting Ben Riley's Chasm. Just, uh, just a super awesome cover. Now, before we get dived into this, I do want to let you guys know about the 600 subscriber giveaway. We'll be giving this Marvel #1 variant away when we hit 600 subscribers. All you have to do is like the comment and be subscribed to the channel, and that'll give you a chance to win. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and get dived into Amazing Spider Man 16. Now, as always, we're going to be going heavy into spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, that's your warning. Next up, we always shout out the creative team because without the creative team, we wouldn't have a comic book, right, guys? So, on Amazing Spider Man 16, which is a dark web tie in, obviously, we have the writer is Zeb Wells, pencils are by Ed McGuinness, inks by Cliff Rathburn, colors by Marcio Menez, and letters by VC's Joe Caramagna. And we start with kind of kind of a vision of how Chasm was formed from Chasm's point of view. And it's not, you know, I read Amazing Spider-Man 93 there, and that's not exactly how it happens, but in his mind he sees it as, he comes up and asks, "Please, Peter, let me have my memories back. You just have to put this hat on and I can have my memories back." And Peter said no and grabbed the hat and crushed it and kicked him off the balcony into some psychoactive goo, saying, "Eat psychoreactive goo, clone job." And Ben was like, "No, psychoreactive goo." uh, yeah. This Zeb Wells is killing it with this. To tip my hand a little bit. All right, so check this out. We jump right into it. Next page, they're they're going at it in an awesome double page spread. I was blown away when I turned the page. Just cars driving past. It's awesome. And I'm gonna read through some of this because it is entertaining and it's a super quick, breezy read. They're fighting a lot. So Peter goes, "Ben, I have to be honest. That's not how I remember it." Ben says that it's absolutely how I remember it. Peter replies, "You just said your memory was destroyed." Ben says, "Did I? That part's foggy." Peter replies, "What? No, I'm not doing this. It doesn't matter. Anyone who threatens my city has a problem." And Ben replies, "Then Peter, believe me, we have a big problem." Peter says, "Not we, you. You have to remember, I've been doing this longer than you, Ben. I've got more tricks." And Ben says, "You may have been doing it longer, but I've been..." "Where'd you go?" "Peter, Peter. I've still got my spider sense, you know, and lately it's been acting a little weird." As we see, Peter tried to sneak around from behind during the fight, and Chasm's spider sense seems to attack. And he even says, "My spider sense started playing offense after you dropped me in that psycho-reactive goo." "You've got more tricks? I've got new tricks. Anything you can do, I can do weirder." "Batter up." As he kind of like had, the best way to describe it is he had sprayed out I, yeah, he had sprayed out some of his web fluid and then turned that into a battle axe. Starts swinging the battle axe at Peter, and Peter says, "Come on, man. This is why we never made the baseball team. What else you got?" And Ben says, "Plenty," as he cracks him with it. And then we get a couple pages here. I believe just to kind of tease Venom 14's side of the storyline, where we see that Hallows Eve and Venom are sent off on some sort of mission by Madeline Pryor. And then it jumps right, it's just those 2 pages. Jumps right back into the Peter Parker versus Chasm fight. And Chasm's like, "We're almost done, Peter. I just have one more thing to show you, and it's a humdinger." And Peter says, "If we're exchanging gifts, Merry Christmas," as he punches him in the face. "I got you a new concussion." And as he does that, he kind of drops this thing that he had brought out, and he says, "Take it easy. That thing's borrowed." Peter says, "I don't know what you've gotten yourself into, Ben, but I've had enough of it." And Ben says, "And what are you gonna do about it? You know you can't beat me, right?" Peter says, "What gives you that idea?" And Ben says, "You've been holding back for so long, you don't even know you're doing it." "Not me. I've got all the power and none of the responsibility." Peter says, "I don't want to hurt you, Ben." And Ben says, "I can tell. And it's exactly why you'll lose." As he jumps towards him. And Peter's like, "Ben." And he's getting wailed on, right? And Chasm says, "When I'm working, you call me Chasm." Just kind of show you some more of the fight there, and some of this honestly amazing Ed McGuinness art. And then so he picks up the ball that had been dropped, and he goes, "This thing better not be broken. Shala Halati, there she goes. You see, you're my white whale, Peter, and I'm going fishing with some awfully powerful bait. I want you to see what I've been up to." As he shows him inside of the inside a limbo, and we see Robbie and Jonah are stuck there, and he goes, "Robbie, Jonah, what did you do? Where are they? Let them go, Ben, now." And Ben says, "How am I supposed to do that? We're here and they're there. We can't possibly want to go to limbo." Peter says, "Is that the game you're playing with my friends' lives? Fine, Ben, take me to limbo." And Ben says, "Ah, I think you meant it. That's good. Maddie said he only comes if you mean it." Peter says, "He?" As behind him, this giant creature starts coming from out of the ground, and Chasm says, "Thanks for taking the bait, Peter. Some spells require a little participation." As Peter says, What is this? What did you do?" And Ben says, "So Mr. Can't Pronounce His Name is taking you to limbo." And as Peter's taken to limbo, Ben's just like, "When you open your eyes, you'll be in your new home. But I'm going to take a few minutes to enjoy this. It's been a fantastic day." As we see Peter kind of like wake up in limbo, and he's stuck in some sort of jail cell area type place with, I'm not sure, and they're like, it looks like possibly he's at it's a limbo version of J. Jonah Jameson, and he's stuck working and taking pictures for the newspaper. I don't know. It's kind of what it looks like. But yeah, so the limbo J. Jonah Jameson's like, "Get back to work, Parker." And Peter's like, "Oh boy." So thoughts on the issue. To start with, I'm going to start with the art instead of the story here. The story's good, but I'm going to start with the art, because this was really a very heavily actioned issue, which Wells was able to write very well, especially when you have basically 2 Peter Parkers who are both as quippy as they both always have been throughout the issue, and it's really fun to have them quipping and fighting each other, man. It's just a blast. But the art, oh man, bringing in Ed McGuinness for this What a great choice. What a great choice. It I'm almost at a loss for words. It was so amazing. I really, the way he draws Chasm, the way he draws Spider-Man, you got the two of them fighting. His backgrounds are just something to behold. Shout out to the whole art team, because without the right inks, without the color, the right colors to really make that art pop and present the art that was put down in its best way. The whole team really nailed this book. And yeah, you guys don't see me going off this often about the art on a book, and that's for a reason. I'm not going to do it unless it's not deserved, and it's really deserved in this book. The art's super fantastic. I was totally digging it, and yeah, it was just a really fun issue. If you've been following the story, it's kind of building up. It's building up and building up, and you saw a lot of Chasm's rage and just hatred of Peter on display here, and I enjoyed the heck out of it, guys. So I give Amazing Spider-Man 16 a big thumbs up, big recommend. Um, that's what I have. Remember, if you watch this far into the video and you like this kind of content, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. As always, we'll see you guys next time, and have a great day.